So like maybe the 49ers, but that's kind of where I'm at for betting this.
I bring up betting because I was wondering if you would jump at this next spread, because when I saw this spread for a playoff game, I almost fell off my chair. The Chiefs and Steelers are playing on Sunday night, and it's a 12.5 point spread. Like, that is absolutely insane. 12 and a half?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wouldn't you want to jump on that?
I would, but again, I still have PTSD of the Chiefs never covering a spread, like ever, and the Steeler defense is still good, like, but and granted, Big Ben, geriatric Ben, he's gonna wheel himself out there to hike the ball. He might be good for a pick six or two, but it's just the Chiefs to me. I got PTSD, man. I'm not laying 12 and a half. There's no way.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a blowout. I think what we saw earlier this year was the 38-10 drubbing of the Steelers by the Chiefs. I think this could be just as bad because, yeah, I understand you got to keep an eye on Tyreek's, heel injury. That's always something concerned. Whenever you see a heel injury in the NFL, that generally means there's some issue or inflammation with the Achilles as well, connecting to the bone heel. So that you got to keep an eye on that. But even with that, Tyreek, I think there's going to be no issue with the Chiefs beating the Steelers. And I'm kind of mad that, the NFL has put this on a primetime slot. You could easily set this up into like a 1 p.m. on a Sunday and nobody would bat an eye. But if the Steelers have any chance of winning, and that's a long that's if TJ Watt has an absolute heyday. I mean, right now he's tied Strahan with the sacks for the season, 22.5. He has that record, but if he can show up and cause havoc and make Patrick Mahomes feel uncomfortable, I think that's the only key for the Steelers to win. However, I don't see that happening. I don't see Big Ben, being able to match points with Patrick Mahomes. On top of that, I don't understand how they run their offense. Their offense is, they'll throw for 50 times a game, but it's 143 yards in total, which I don't understand.
No
how
shit,
that's possible.
it's all dinking and dunking. It's a check down to Najee Harris. Like, no, I don't think there's a route, Jay. I don't think there's a route beyond 10 yards, if that.
Well, is that more of just them not having confidence in Big Ben's arm? Like, I don't understand that.
I think it is because you got Deontay Johnson who can spread the field. You got Chase Claypool, which, listen, his game time decisions of we're gonna celebrate a first down and take time off the clock against the Vikings. Like, that aside, like, he's a big body dude who can get down the field, and like, you're not even really taking that many shots down there. Like, I think it has to be, Ben's got too much mileage on that shoulder. We're gonna have him throw it 52 times still, but everything's gonna be with it like 10 yards or less, or check downs to Najee. Dude, I can't.
Well, I've been looking at the Steelers. I'm sorry, at Big Ben stats before when I was doing prep for the show, and like, it's pretty bad, dude. It's like Mac Jones numbers. Like, I'm not even like taking a shot at Mac Jones, but it's 64 completion percentage, 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 86 rating. And I mean, that's just absolutely abysmal. And let me pull up Mac Jones stats because I feel like they're somewhat in the same ballpark as well. 3,800 yards, 22 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, with the higher completion percentage at 67 and a 92 overall rating. So like, we just see how bad Big Ben has deteriorated this year, and I feel bad for him that, you're excited as a Steelers fan to go into the playoffs. However, like, I think it's going to be a sad sight to see him getting drubbed off the field against the Chiefs, and that's going to be the lasting image a Steelers fan have of Big Ben. You feel me? Like, it would have been fine if they beat the Ravens, you beat your rival on a last second, slug it out, 13-13 game on a field goal, you go off as a victor. But now you've got to see him get his, I was going to say something vulgar there, but you're going to see
his ass kicked. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you're going to see a drubbing, and that's going to be the last unfortunate sight you're going to have of Big Ben coming off the field,
Well, first thing is, his name is Geriatric Ben. So they're going to take him out on a gurney. They're going to wheel out a gurney at the 50-yard line. They'll get the card out. He'll stick his hand up. He'll give a thumbs up, and then he'll roll out into the tunnel, and then we'll never see him again until he gets inducted in the Hall of Fame. But
I'm not joking when I say this, but like, I told you about some of my stuff happening with my family and the fact that my father was in the hospital for a little bit with COVID. There were some bleak times, and I'm not lying to you. I've pulled up that meme of him falling over, doing nothing but standing there to give me a laugh and a chuckle.
Give me a laugh.
And it worked. Every time I watched that gif or meme of him falling over, just standing there, I just lose it. I laugh so hard,
Yep. It's like Grandpa Simpson. That's geriatric Ben. That's what he is.